Podcast?
Podcast.
Welcome to the Interns podcast.
Today, we're talking about something new we've been working on. Because you might ask, where have we been? What have we been doing? Probably not shit. No, we've been doing shit.
We've been grinding. We've been working. We've been bleeding. We've been living.
And whipping.
And whipping.
And drinking water.
Absolutely.
Y'all
need to drink more water. That's besides the point.
But it's the main point.
It's the main point, but it is also besides the main point. Because it's a big point.
So what's the main point? Besides the main point.
One Light
Records. And that's what we're here to talk to you guys about. That's what we've been working together to create. Basically, One Light Records, it's a record company for us to cultivate artists of different backgrounds and strengths and anything. We're just going to cultivate them, bring them here, give them studio time, all these benefits, We're going to go into what we can offer later, But,
really, we're a music machine.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Where, we're all different parts of the process. Some people are better at doing things than others, Some people are good engineers, some people are good producers, some people are good vocalists or instrument players. Mm-hmm. When we bring all those people together to work on projects together, we can make music that is, way better than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, and basically the idea of having a label is, it's a mutually beneficial relationship between the people that are running the label and the people and the artists that are signed to the label. All three of us are artists signed to the label that we own because, we believe in it, There's a lot of things that come with making it and creating the label. A lot of things on the business side and just actually getting the whole thing up and running, and that's the stages that we're in right now. So we're going to talk more about what One Light is and why it is and what we have to offer and all that throughout the episode. So let's start with y'all. Like, what is One Light to you guys? What does it represent? What does it mean to you? And,
Well, One Light, it's been a plan for making for a while, definitely, and it's just been gaining momentum from there. It's just the idea of a place of artists specifically. It could be a different type of artist, but mainly for this case, the scenario we're talking about, artists musically. People that come together, some guy that knows how to produce a crazy beat, okay, that's cool and all, but we also want a guy that knows how to spaz on the beat too.
Yeah, like vocalize. Use your vocals on this beat. And then we get it out, we push it out, and then if we have 10 artists coming from our label with dope music, it creates a platform for everybody.
Right.
Those 10 artists, like one artist is big because of the other 9 artists that are big and that are good. They just give each other energy and build off of each other and just keep it going, the flow.
It's very rare that anyone, makes it in the music industry by themselves, and even if they're an independent artist, chances are they have a team, they have people they're working with that are trying to, help boost them up. And really, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the strengths out of everybody, right? Everybody likes music, right? Or at least most people, and everybody is good at something, right? So in my case, I'm, especially a producer, right? I can, make beats all day, right? But I also recognize that those beats aren't going to be hits by themselves.
Yeah.
Right. I could come on my own beat and I could have my own vocals, but there's also other artists that could completely change the flavor and idea of it.
And there's things that limit you from going on your own beats too, because maybe you make this one beat, I don't have the voice for this specific beat, so, I hear this person on it. So I'm going to hit that person up, have them come and record over the beat. Now we got a song.
Yeah, say I make a really smooth, like, R&B beat that, like, I want a female singer on,
Exactly.
Ideally, with One Light Records, we can have all these people that are good at different things, People who sing differently, people who play different instruments, people who mix, people who produce. And, when they come together, we can make some crazy music that we
exactly
make
and
together.
And the reason why we're really creating this record label, and just space where people can come to create is because of, you know, first of all, we're artists. We love to create. Second of all, in, you know, America and just across the world, I feel like creativity has been drained out of, you know, our everyday lives.
So yeah, we know. So we come to realize, okay, I make alright music. Together we make good music. All three of us, we make really good music. So we want to put the whole world on with this crazy blah 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 music. That's what we're trying to get at. And like you were saying, how were you
It's just
saying?
like through that network that we create, you know, all these artists coming in together to cultivate something great. Like all three of us, we make great music. You know, if
That's
all
big
three of us
facts.
are creating great music
Separately.
and together, it doesn't matter. Like if it's going through one light, the platform just gets bigger and bigger, and we can reach more people and inspire more people through our music, and we can, because how do you reach the kids? You can't just be like, hey, do this and do that, you know?
I'll get
We
you only
like
so far.
music. Everybody, all these kids are listening to music. This is how you reach people.
You know, especially like high school kids. You know, you see them listening with their AirPods in 6 out of 8 hours of
And
the
they're
day.
repeating all these words, you know? And most of the music, you know, we talked about in our last podcast with Paige Flowers, you know, the weaponization of music and how the big labels and the big, you know, companies, they're paying off these artists to talk about certain things in the songs to influence young people to buy more, you know, designer or do more drugs and do more things that are illegal in some cases. Because it's the same companies that own the record labels that are owning, that own the private, you know, prisons. And that's
Crazy.
dangerous, and we got to watch out for, you know. A lot of people don't know that. And that's what we're doing different here. We're not offering artists money up front right now for the music, because while money is important in this society, that's not our main focus.
Yeah, it's
To create, hustle, and motivate.
essentially.
That's what we're doing.
Bottom line, music is very powerful, right? It can influence huge groups of people, right? You know, a hit song comes out and you have 100 million people doing a certain dance.
Yeah.
You know, like that level of influence is something that not everyone has.
Yeah.
Right. And in order to reach that level of influence and develop that platform, you're probably going to need to work with other people.
Yeah, first of all, you need to have that talent. And that's the biggest thing. You got to work, and you got to believe that you can. Not everybody's born talented. You got to believe that you can reach that level of expertise to where people do want to see what you're doing, you know, and tune in.
And really, the more perspectives we add
The more
to the mix, the clearer the whole picture gets.
the clearer the whole picture that it gets, the bigger the platform gets. It's just fun for everybody, you know. And it's not always fun,
Yeah.
but we're trying to build a family here, and it's not always fun at home. We have our bickers and fights and you know, arguments, disagreements, but that's what this is for, you know. We express that through our music, you know, and just bring people together just to vibe out.
Yeah, and at the same time, if you're here, you might as well be having fun, right? So, like, I feel like that's another thing we're trying to do. It's like, you know, if I can create this stuff, I want to push out as much good stuff as I can create, because that's fun for me, and more importantly, it's fun for, you know, other people that
It's powerful,
witness
it's fun, it's motivating, and especially in our city, you know, it's located in Chicago, although we're also looking for artists that we can find online, you know.
Yeah. Right now, we're recording in the Mogul Mine studio in Chicago. This is our
Yep.
central base.
Yeah, we're looking into finding other places so we can have multiple studios. In 10 years, I see us having studios all across America with people like us, engineers and producers and artists who run the studio and are doing the same thing that we're doing, you know, trying to get other artists to come through and create their vision.
Because really, like, you have two choices with everything you do. You could either create something, or you can, you know, consume something that's already been created. And I feel like it's really important, you know, in this age of consumerism where, you know, Netflix is just the press of a button away and you don't have to think. It's important for you to push out your own ideas and let other people hear that because, you know, they matter, you know, they're
Yeah.
going to affect things.
Not everybody wants to do that, and I get that, which is why we also want to be entertaining, too. Like, we want to be able to give people things to consume, but we also want to inspire people to create. So we're trying to balance those two things, and I think that's the difference between entertainment and art. I think art is something that moves somebody.
It makes you remember.
Makes you feel.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like, art doesn't tell you what to feel. It shows you something and you feel
Based on what you've seen and experienced.
Yeah, whereas entertainment kind of takes away, or it doesn't take away, but it kind of makes you think about whatever is on the screen.
It puts you in a zone, and it's designed to keep you there focused and distracted. That's pretty much what it is, entertainment.
It's like you get to have a good time, but you're also not really doing anything.
I don't watch basketball on TV to think about what my life is, where my life has gone wrong or anything. I watch it to sit there and be content with, you know, living and going through my everyday life, you know, working my 9-to-5 job, which is another thing that I want to create this, you know, label for. So if an artist, a struggling artist, you know, he's starving, he wants this. I want to give him a pathway that he can use to reach that goal that he's so hungry for, instead of having to work a 9-to-5 job.
There's so many talented people who really just feel like they don't have the tools or the means to create what they want to create. And
So what we got?
what we got?
Tools. Equipment.
Guys, it sounds
Not
like
money.
Not money.
We got beats though.
We got beats. We got money. No. We got songs.
We got sauce.
We got sauce. We got juice. Flavors.
Drip? A little bit of drip.
Without that drip away, guys.
Oh, yeah. We gonna have merch coming soon, too. We gonna get on top of that. We're working on it.
You want to outdrip all of your peers?
Easily. Through
Yeah,
us.
for
Easily.
real. Oh, no cap, man.
Yeah, but it's not about being better than other people. You just want to look fly. Which is what you would look in one light shirts.
Yeah, for real. We got some dope designs coming through. I don't know if you can see that. That's the current, you know,
Yeah.
thing we got now, the logo.
Audio listeners, there's a logo on screen.
Yeah. I can't believe people listen to audio podcasts.
I believe it. That's how we're
Definitely believe
here.
it.
But, like, practical uses, questionable.
Anyways, if you're an audio podcast listener, I don't understand you, but you're
I
cool.
appreciate you
Yeah,
thoroughly.
definitely appreciate you thoroughly, because you're not even looking at our stupid faces. You're just
Actually,
hearing
that's
our
probably
stupid
why they
voices.
listen to audio podcasts, so they don't have to listen to
Oh, you just cracked the code, bro.
Because here's the thing: if you're watching this on YouTube, you have to look at me. I'm white and stupid. You have to look at Anthony. He's
White and stupid.
You have to look at Joe. He's stupid.
But on audio,
And half white.
yeah. But on audio, you can only you assume what we look like.
Yeah.
You take it down like a half notch.
So if we're saying something stupid or we sound stupid, you would assume that we also look stupid,
But
which
you
is
can't
not the
guarantee
case. We don't look stupid. We're just stupid.
There's an important distinction to make there.
Yeah. Well, here. We got a little bit off topic, but I'm sure that's okay.
So I feel like we kind of ended on a note of talking about like the ratio of consumerism to the actual creativity and production of the world, and how we see that as a reason to produce this label, One Light, because the ratio is all messed up. People are not producing as much as they're consuming. That's not really a problem, but it could be. So we're
It
trying
is
to
a problem,
Yeah.
though, because you will run out of food
Yeah.
to consume.
And
you
also,
know?
a lot of people feel like they don't have the tools to make something.
Yeah.
Like, there was an example I wanted to bring up. Lil Baby, he was, you know, poor. He didn't have any money. But Young Thug, he saw something in him, right? So he was like, okay, I'm gonna give you free studio time. You know, I'm gonna sign you. I need you to rap because you can make something crazy. And what do you know? Lil Baby is one of the biggest artists in the world right now.
Yeah, for real. That's what we're doing here. That's what we have to offer for artists that are coming through. We got the tools, we got the equipment, we got the space.
We got the sauce.
We got the smarts. Come through, we'll give you, well, not everybody, because we can't just be signing everybody, but if you're a talented artist, send us your
a
music.
dedicated artist.
Dedicated artist is, we need
'Cause-
an artist that wants it.
Yeah, you're not born with talent. You figure it out. You're born with or you're not even born with dedication, but you have a willingness to learn something.
Yeah, you gotta be hungry for it, man. Like, if I see that you're making this many songs a month and you're grinding, you're writing all the time. Just that you're talented and you could do this and you want it. I'm willing to sign you. I'm willing to give you free studio time. You'll have free leases to all our available, beats that we have here. I'm a producer. He's a producer.
Yeah, well, engineer.
He's starting to produce. Exactly.
Yeah.
I engineer,
we got art,
mixing, mastering.
Visuals,
All these benefits that we can offer you, we're trying to cultivate you as an artist and give you the spotlight. The one light that you need to shine.
Because it's all about you.
Exactly. It's definitely all about me in my eyes, but it's all about you in your eyes.
Anthony's also stupid and white, so.
Oh, that is one of them.
Facts!
We're gonna
Soundboard.
Oh, that's on my
need a
to-do list.
soundboard, yeah.
That is on my to-do list.
We need a soundboard. We're gonna get in here pressing buttons that make noises
So
you
keep the
guys can be
soundboard down.
entertained.
The Interns podcast, episode 7, is going to be featuring a soundboard.
Absolutely. That's, I think, 2 episodes or 1 episode from now.
That is
But
100%.
Wait on it.
So, photo shoots, we got all this stuff here ready for you to utilize for your vision.
Yeah, so say an artist comes down here, what happens?
Artist
What's
comes
the-
down here, I dap him up. What's
I
up?
also dap him up.
Yeah, show
we all
love.
dap him up.
Show it.
Showing love. We have a vibe down here.
Yeah.
For real. Anybody who's ever come down to this studio,
You won't
They
be
said,
disrespected.
like-
they felt the vibe.
Uh-huh.
Well, like
For
we're
real.
we're gonna judge you. Like we might make fun of your hair or something, but we're not gonna disrespect you down here.
Exactly.
Well, we might disrespect you a little bit. Not you, but I might disrespect Joe a little bit.
And you'll be there to watch, and it'll be funny for you.
Yeah.
Maybe not for Joe. Joe's just,
Depressed, same old, same old.
You didn't have to bring up the depression, Joe. Man. So, there are some things that we have coming with the record label already. Us 3 have been working on this short visual album. And
Very
That is-
crazy stuff.
Way ahead of its time.
way ahead of its time. Let
And
me
I'm
tell
saying
you.
that right now to the man in 2100 or woman who uncovers this podcast and they're like, oh, what are they talking about? Everything at once. And they listen to this
They
album,
bam,
everything
play.
at once. They're going to be like, man, these stupid looking guys that are also ugly, they made some gas. They're like,
For real.
that's like Mozart.
I promise, it really is ahead of its
It hits
time. Like, I don't
different.
think people
So
are
good.
gonna understand it within the first 10 years that it's out.
It took a while for us to understand it.
Exactly. Like, we're still understanding it. I don't want to overhype it, but I don't think there's any way that I can overhype it. It's different, and you're gonna have to get used to it.
Everything at
Simple
once
as that.
coming soon. It's a very unique experience, and we look forward to bringing that to you.
Absolutely. I also have a beat tape coming out
It's
called
gas.
Insatiable Insanity.
They're not ready for that one. I
It's
don't
about
think.
12, 13 tracks long. It's gas. It's dope.
When the 808 do that thing, oh.
It's like, yeah, I like that one a lot because the focus is more on the instrumentals. There's not a ton of vocals in the project.
Yeah.
So you kind of let the beat do the talking for you.
Yeah.
And when you don't add lyrics to a song or something like that, or you add very few lyrics, you really broaden the amount of meanings it could have.
Exactly, because if there's words over it, you're limited to the interpretation of those words.
Or
Piece
however
of
you
art.
feel about those words. Yeah.
Exactly. So, with this beat tape, I just wanted to put together some dope music that's different and kind of all over the place, but still meshes together, at the same time. I just wanted to show off my, skills in producing. We also release 4 beats a week off the One Light Beats YouTube page. We're going to link that in the description along with all the other links like to the website. We got a website that we just made. We got a whole ton of stuff
It's
that we're
coming,
coming.
guys. It's coming.
We're making a lot of music.
Starting in February, speaking of music, we're going to be releasing at least 1 song a week from an artist at
From
One
the
Light.
record, yeah.
You
From the
know,
label. So it's starting with us because right now this is One Light.
But it could be you. Like
Could be
that.
so come through, hit us up, contact us, let us know if you're an artist or just if you have any questions about what it is and how you can help. We're looking for graphic designers, artists, producers. If you know of any dope artists, let us know. We need scouts.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
You
People.
also-
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, tell your friends, that talented, singer or songwriter, that doesn't really let their skills out to the world. You know, tell them like, hey, there is a place for you. You know, like there's a place for you to sprout and grow.
Record your music here. We got beats. We will put it on Spotify, iTunes, all that. All the distribution services, we got you for free.
And another thing is having all these artists together just makes promotion so much easier.
Exactly.
Because you can spend all your time making great music. You know, you can spend 18 hours a day working on your music, and it can be better than anyone else's, or, you know, more enjoyable than anyone else's. But if you're not promoting it, chances are people aren't going to find it.
Yeah, exactly. If there's not a platform that your music is on that a ton of people are going to, not a lot of people are going to hear it. So that's what we're trying to create here.
We're trying to create a platform where we all can put our stuff, and we have like a display case or like a portfolio, and we're like, hey, this is all the stuff we can make. You know,
and it's unorthodox from the typical record label. We're trying to do it honest, like a family, and we're just gonna do it right. And I see this becoming very successful. And we already have some investors that are putting money, you know, behind this, and we're putting our money behind it, and our effort, just our 100% focus, you know, into cultivating this label and letting it shine. One light.
One light.
We were talking about, I don't know if I want to bring this into the conversation, but how pretty much we're making a portfolio for humanity, and where anyone could just pop in and be like, oh, this is what the world is doing. This is what this is.
Yeah, so like artists like painters we're even looking for.
The Renaissance?
Paint humanity.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Second Renaissance, get that trending. That's 4.
Easily.
Second Renaissance, get that trending.
2
Renaissance coming to you.
If the Renaissance was so good, why isn't there a Renaissance 2?
Big facts.
That's what it is.
Wait, there already is.
Exactly.
Wait,
And it's
one
now.
light.
And you don't realize you're in it because you're now.
Whoa. Only in retrospect will you understand.
You see these thoughts? One light. Be here to comprehend them, maybe.
So, I think we did a pretty good job in explaining what One Light is, why it is, and where it's going. If you guys have any questions, want to contact us, any inquiries, anything, business opportunities, whatever, let me know. Hit me up. OneLightRecords.com or one. Hopefully we'll have the actual domain and not just the subdomain, because right now it's OneLightRecords.weebly.com. But
We're working on that, though.
Definitely.
Everything starts somewhere, and right now,
Creative.
we have a lot of things to do. But we also have plans, and we have motivation and dedication and all those other good things that we need.
Definitely. A lot of things have gone into the business side of this. You know, a lot of thinking and just hours of hard work.
Hours and hours, you know.
You see we're working hard. You know we got the vision. Come fuck with us.
Believe in us, but more importantly, believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
Big facts. One light.
Interns
light.
out.
I'm just trying to get